Ciao a tutti, Marcello here. Welcome to a new gameplay first look. Today we take a look at ForeTales. This is a roguelite game where the story is told by unfolding cards. A super lovely art style. We will start a new game. Let's see what happens. Choose the next region. A mysterious patron. Volpain needs money to help his father and the local miners. His friend Leo says there's someone in town with a very lucrative job offer. The game is already available on Steam. Of course, you will find inside the description a link to the game. Welcome to ForeTales, an adventure game where you progress by combining cards and exploring decks. This is Volpain, our ticket to the easy life. One last job and our days of stealing apples from the market are behind us. That's what you said the last time, so who is this contact of yours? His name is Timothy. He says he has work for people like us. And you're sure he can pay? Because I could really do with the money right now. Don't worry, he promised a hefty reward. Should be more than enough to help your father and the miners with their strike. And for me to take an early retirement. It's just a little difficult to track down in town sometimes. We'd better ask around then.
Looks like a good place to start.
Good day to you, young bird. How can I be your assistant? We're looking for someone by the name of Timothy. I see a very secretive fellow, is he? I think I heard something about him the other day, but sadly my memory isn't what it once was. Right, and what might jog your memory, I wonder? About 5 should be sufficient. 5? That's enough to last a few days. We know my friend here will come back with some food for you. We already have 1, just 4 to go. A typical region of the game is composed of 3 to 6 location cards placed on the board. You can learn more by hovering your cursor over a card. Sometimes clicking on the cards will also trigger dialogue and a reaction from your character. Try out for yourself. On the left card with the beggar, he will remind you of what he wants. Let's see. The beggar. Nothing isn't without the old beggar. Would you spare a morsel of food for an old beggar? I wouldn't call 5 a morsel. This is demanding work for an old man like me. Yeah, you'll get your food alright. You have 2 types of action cards at your disposal. Skill cards of your adventurers on the left, and consumable cards on the right. Targets will often be location cards, but not always. When you hover over one of your cards, the possible targets are highlighted along with hints as to what will happen if you play there. So pay attention to what is highlighted and where the hints appear. Conversely, if you place your cursor over elements of the board, it will highlight the action cards you can play there. Take a moment to explore your current cards and see if you can figure out a way to find enough food. Okay, this is the marketplace. Sight, sound and smell of city life. Then we got an apple merchant. Don't be fooled by his jolly banter. He's much a gossip as he is a merchant. And then we got all the cards here. Survivor sense. Aim shot, a deadly shot in combat that can also take out enemies from a distance without raising an alarm. Rallying cry, an inspiring call to arms that draws out potential allies in the area. Nimble hands, when you're born without nothing you have to steal what you can to survive. If you're lucky you'll survive long enough to get pretty good at it. With this I think we can get 3 food from Apple Merchant. Peppery diversion. Eavesdrop, you can learn a lot when you take the time to stop and listen. I think deadly shot. Apple, fresh apple, no maggots and nothing. This is a marketplace. With money I can buy 2 foods. 2 or 3. Nimble hands. Let's try the nimble hands. Here. We got 4 foot. Smooth. He didn't notice a thing.
Sorry to dine and dash.
One very important rule to remember, you can only play 1 card per location card on the board. Sometimes it will transform the target card into another, but most of the time it will just consume it and travel to the next card. A standard use card from the board will go back to the bottom of the exploration deck, and once a slot is available it will automatically be filled with the top card from the exploration deck. You can't run out of location cards to explore because the exploration deck always cycles. We still need another one of food. We can use the survivor sense and get 2 in the market maybe. Let's do it.
You know what they say. An apple a day and all that.
Oh, I think we got enough. Let's see what this guy knows. Lead the way. Oh, thank you, young bird. Now about this Timothy chap, but of course, where are my manners? Here, follow this path.
That should show the way. Well, how very altruistic.
Thanks for the tip, friend. Good day to you, bird. Well, what now? I suppose we should follow the old beggar's direction on that piece of paper. Sometimes you have to seek directions to progress in the story and reach new destination. Check out the description on your cards. That piece of paper. Yes, that one. Beware, our style token is blocking this card. You won't be able to play any cards on this suspicious street until you get rid of those bandits. If you click left on the token, you can see the creatures forming the group and decide whether to engage or not. Most confrontations start with a negotiation phase. If you have the correct resources, you might be able to discard this threat without any violence. But if you don't absolutely need to play a card here, you may as well avoid any conflict and play on the other cards available. Okay. Here are the enemies watching this location. We got a brawler, a street thug, and henchman. Let's try to engage maybe.
This could get nasty.
You started your first confrontation, but maybe there's no need for violence? When you over cards at your disposal, you may discover ways to get rid of some of your opponents. If you get rid of enough opponents, you'll bring the morale of the group down to 0 and the rest will flee. If you use an aggressive card, the confrontation will automatically turn into a fight. But if you don't have any cards to play, or you don't want to play any cards, click on the auto battle token to trigger the fight manually. So, deadly shot. This is the skill card deck. Then I'm gonna start the fight with a combat card or the auto. What does it mean? I can use money to get rid of this, for example. An enemy was just removed from the confrontation. In most cases, this will subtract its level from the enemy's morale. Should the enemy morale reach 0, the remaining hostiles will flee. The level of an enemy is in the number of an enemy is in the number in the top left corner of the cards. We can steal. Fame. Take this. Look at the style. You brought the enemy morale to 0. All remaining hostiles will now flee for their lives. When you trigger a panic, each fleeing enemy will grant you 1 whenever they level.
Not so tough now, are we?
This game is simply amazing. We got some fame. Now we can go in the suspicious street. Gobawa needs to find the nearest marketplace and follow the direction from there. One fame. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. Find 1 gold and some fame. Leo's mighty roar drew a crowd of curious town folks. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but it never fails to draw a crowd. If we use 1 food over here...
Well, how very altruistic.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. Noisy Tavern, the perfect place to get some rest and recruit fellows adventurers. Stay a while, listen closely, and you just might hear something useful.
They look like they've had more than their fair share.
Oh, someone just stole my lunch. Oh, you weren't finished with that?
Form an orderly queue, folks. Volpan will serve you soon.
Search party. Creating this that will be called on the board by some location during exploration or as a reinforcement by some enemies during combat. Looking around for your party, they will sometimes appear on your path whether you explore. Wow. We found the marketplace. Apple division. On the shelf. Here the one I've met Leo. This will trigger.
Well, you won't go hungry for a while.
Thief, guards. Oh, another guard.
On to you.
Looking for us.
Bandits. Lovely.
Suspicious street. A good place to refresh oneself. Here we got a poor district. Let's see what happened by using some gold
Very generous of you.
and some fame. I can use this fame to get some food. Marketplace. Can use food to gain some fame. Maybe we need it. Let's see.
You've got yourself a deal. Something told Volpan
We got another
it's just
confrontation.
working to
So
talk.
1. Engage.
No one needs to die here.
No, of course not. So,
Small price to pay for a clean conscience.
fame I can use 1 point of fame here or 2 points of fame here.
Kind of a big deal. That was you, by the way.
This one is fleeing. The rallying cry. There's my drawer.
Well, can't take it with you, I suppose.
These are the rest cards left in this treasure. You can roll over a card to discover the effect, but you can only use the top card. Nice break, and an handful sub recover up to 3 skill card for adventures. O plus. Find Timothy. I'm lost. I'm pretty sure the directions start from a marketplace. No crowd.
That was awful nice of you.
This is the marketplace. Heavily bandaged figure stood alone in a alleyway. He looked like he was waiting for someone. As Vorpain and Leo approached, the figure turned to greet them. Ah, Leo, so you're finally here and you brought a crowd. I'm sure, Bill. But of course you are. We heard you at work. Do I ever? But before we get down to brass tacks, I always like to get an understanding of who it is I'm working with. What do you mean? I'd like a demonstration of value you'll bring to this operation. Demonstration? Yes, you know, skills, my boys. Show me your skills. They pair looked at each other perplexed. What did he mean? Skills in combat, sleight of hands, or maybe just a good old trick shot from Leo? Let's use the pepper diversion and see what happened. Open reached for one of his trisma and tossed it in the ground.
What did you do that for?
I imagine that comes in rather handy for a wedding fight. I prefer to keep my hands clean and my cautions. Okay, Timothy, enough games. What's this job? I'd like the two of you to acquire an item for me, a very rare and beautiful lyre that is currently in the possession of Lady Cattell, old bat who lives on the hill. I wouldn't call her that to her face, but yes, that's her. We must break into her manor, the Holy Grove. I know the place. I'll get you there myself for paying. Excellent. Then I shall leave you to it. I look forward to our next meeting. Alright, we got a job to do. We can get straight to it if you think we are ready to go. Remember, you only have a limited number of skill cards in your adventurer stacks. Spending too many of their skill cards will tire them out. If you want to recover some skill cards, you will have to use rest cards on the right hand of sideboard. Each rest card has its own set of effort and sometimes a price that you can decide to pay or not. Read them carefully to see what they cost. At least one of your adventurers is down to their last few skills cards. Maybe you can use the rest to recover some. Since rest cards will give you skill cards back to all adventure, it's often a good idea to use actions from all your adventurers, not just one. If you spread the effort between them, they won't have to rest often. You may rest by the campfire for a while to regain some of your skills. Let's rest. And I'm gonna recover to 3 skill cards.
Chop chop, let's get back to it, shall we?
You recover some skill cards and suffer no other consequences. Don't expect it to be that easy all the time. The next card in the deck will cost you food or elf point. And The last card of rest deck is always a game over, so be sure to check out how many times you can opt to rest in a region. Once you move on to the next region, the rest deck will be replaced with a new set of cards, and the number of rest cards in the next region is independent of how many you've used there. You have completed this region. You can either proceed to the next region, or you might want to spend some more time here. Beware, consumable and resources are carried over from one region to the other, but they are not carried over from one mission to the next, so there's no need to or excessively. Region complete, move on when you're ready. Somewhere in the garden. Okay guys, my first look ends here. If you wanna try and buy the game, there's a link inside the description. Let me know what you think about ForeTales in the comments below. Remember to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting me through all my pages. Wish you the best. Ciao!